Greetings from parts unknown. My name is Sonny Sofrito, and today I am joined by
the blue-haired glamazon, Tara Marie.
And I am also joined today by
Sinatra Mendoza, baby.
So today is actually the sibling rivalry episode that I have mentioned a while back that we're definitely going to be doing at some point. So,
this is the point.
Oh, baby.
We have made it. We are here.
Yes, we are here. So it's me, Tara, and the better Mendoza.
Wow.
Yes, sir.
Wow.
Preach to the choir, baby.
I already want to go home.
Oh, damn, already?
Yep.
Why? You feel the insults coming?
I don't know.
I just feel ganged up on already. I just don't understand.
No. Don't feel that.
Am I Alicia Fox? Am I a dub? Let me know.
Sounds legit. So,
how was the Extreme Rules viewing party?
Extreme Rules viewing party was actually a lot of fun. We had a good time. We had a bunch of people that came through. Shout out to Chris Harris, who flew up again from Orlando to come hang out with us with his lady. I mean, the dude is a jet flying son of a gun.
Wow.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
That's love.
Yeah,
You're gonna do it big.
Yeah, that's love. He had a good time, came through, hung out with us, and yeah, it was good. It was an interesting show too.
Was it?
Yeah, it was actually. I mean, interesting doesn't necessarily mean good.
Exactly, thank you. Just wanted to let you know.
Yeah.
But you know what? Before we get to the show, let's talk about some news.
Current events?
Some current
Is that
events.
What we're doing?
Yes, we're going to do current events. Wrestling current events. So Hogan is back. Yeah.
What you gonna do, brother?
So
Nothing. I'm not gonna buy any merch. And I was following people who were like, "Oh, we need to get his merch back" and things like that. And I was like, "No, we don't. For what?" No.
So here's the thing. Growing up, I was a huge Hulkamaniac. When I saw him at Comic-Con about 5 years ago, was it 5? No, maybe even longer. I ain't gonna front. I actually got a little emotional because it brought back memories of my dad.
Soft.
Yo, you know what? No, so if I was soft, I wouldn't have brought that shit up. So it's all good. But it was crazy because like meeting him, I was brought back memories of my dad, and I was like, oh wow. And then when that whole thing happened, where the transcript of him saying the words that he said just left me so disappointed. I just didn't want to even mess with him.
I was gonna ask you, how did that make you feel at the time?
You know what's crazy? It
doesn't matter how you feel. No, I'm kidding.
Jabroni.
That's why Ruby is the better Mendoza. So no, seriously, what happened was it made me feel a huge sense of disappointment.
I think you know someone.
And also because growing up, it was, for me, black and Latino is the same.
Yeah.
So me growing up,
we are all descendants of the same, and you in Harlem, so
yeah. So it's like I'm a Harlem kid. I grew up with the ideology of is black and Latino together, we're the same. So for me, I was offended just as much as any of my black brothers and sisters.
Oh, I was offended.
So because the thing is that to a lot of people, there's a certain sense of desensitivity to it because you don't feel like it directly affects you. But to me, I felt affected.
No, it affected me. It was
no,
what I'm saying. But I'm saying, like, I can understand how it like doesn't.
No, to a lot of other people that may not feel that way.
Yeah.
There's certain people that don't feel that way. But
that was out of pocket. That was just not necessary.
What makes it worse with him is that he was held to a certain standard because of the dude who he was. It's bad enough when anybody voices opinions of that sort. It's even worse when it's someone that you would least expect it to be.
I mean, can you imagine, like, you said that there were, like, people talking about it in the locker room and they released statements and, like, the New Day and who else?
Mark Henry said he spoke to him because I was reading an interview that he had where he discussed with him, and Mark Henry basically said that Hogan told him, I'm trying to do anything I can to fix it. And, I just need help with fixing it. And he said, if you need help with fixing it, I'll help you fix it if you're willing to fix it.
Don't say it again. Don't do that.
Yeah. But I think it's more so the problem is that the way Hogan handled it after it happened, it was just horrible. He handled it he bungled the shit so badly. I mean, on a business side, whoever was his publicist, if he had one.
I don't think he had one.
If he didn't have one, he was stupid to not have one.
Because you got to remember, for
if
so
he had
long, it
one,
was Linda doing everything for him.
Yeah, but him and Linda weren't together for so long, and he was still doing a lot of stuff. Whoever.
That's what I'm saying. So like, but she was keeping him like.
Yeah, but whoever was advising him, because he had to have advisors by that point. By the time he did like the Good Morning America interview, they totally gave him either the wrong advice or he just didn't listen to the advice because he's totally screwed it up, you know.
I'm surprised they didn't go with like the old and senile angle, like, oh, he's old, like, you know, they say things.
As much as he's out there, he wouldn't have gotten a pass on that shit. You got to remember that it's like he was held to that standard. Anybody else probably would have been like, oh yeah, he's old.
I mean, Vince McMahon said it to John Cena, but it was like,
yeah, but that was
playful. That was different.
Like, oh, what up, my nigga?
Yeah.
I mean, that's different. Yeah, it was the way it was done. It was done with a comedy spin. That's not the same thing. Like he was just on some like,
I mean this. Like this is how I feel, and I hate them.
And it was in an intimate setting. Now, here's the thing that a lot of people are not really discussing. When it came out as a transcript. So it was just the words that were being read. If the footage of it with the actual audio would have released, I think he would still be out.
Yeah, I don't think he would ever came back.
Yeah.
I still can't believe they put him back in the Hall of Fame.
Yeah, I at the same time, I still think Mark Henry isn't enough. I think
New Day also made a statement. New Day made like a freaking 4-page article practically where they tweeted it. Kofi Kingston actually put it out, so you can follow him at True Kofi. And we're gonna pause right here so we can read this shit. To the WWE Universe and whoever else it may concern, this will be the only statement we will make regarding Hogan's reinstatement into WWE's Hall of Fame. We do not wish to spend the energy debating the point because between our kids, our external ventures, and this job, our energy is spread thin enough already. LOL. We are only writing this simply to provide an answer to the many who have bombarded us with questions on where we stand on the issue. We preface this statement by emphasizing that this is our own opinion and may not necessarily reflect the opinion of anyone else affected. How do we feel? Indifferent. We are not happy or sad, angry or resentful. Who WWE puts into the Hall of Fame is totally, completely up to the company, and from a career standpoint, there is no argument on whether or not Hogan should have his place. We have no problem with his reinduction in the slightest degree. It is impossible to even begin to mention the history and evolution of business without mentioning his name and accolades. On a personal level, when someone makes racist and hateful comments about any race or group of people, especially to the degree that Hogan made about our people, we find it difficult to simply forget, regardless of how long ago it was, or the situation in which those comments were made. But we also do not respond with more feelings of hate. Instead, we just do not associate with the people who convey or have conveyed this negative and hurtful mindset. This instance will be no different. Perhaps if we see him make a genuine effort to change, then maybe our option will change with him. Time will tell. Through the course of our lives, people have used racist comments towards us, and it doesn't feel good. But if we stopped moving forward every time we were met with prejudicial hatred, then we would have never achieved our current accomplishments. We know we are worth it. We know our kids are worth it. And most importantly, we know that people that look like us are worth it and always have been. There isn't a person on this planet who will ever be able to say anything to make us think otherwise, because we believe in ourselves as a people and don't need any approval on that, regardless of who they are. Having said that, his reinstatement won't change anything for us. It will have zero effect on our ability to perform or effort we will put into doing what we love to do, and that is to deliver an entertaining product each week for our fan base. Sincerely, the New Day. And then they have a quotation, never trade your authenticity for approval.
Oh, shit.
So, with that said...
You're going to put that all in the podcast?
I possibly will.
Wow.
Because you know what? Some people may not read that shit, but they'll listen to it.
Yeah. It's kind of like gun to my head. This is how I feel. We're not sad. We're not happy. This is just something we have to eat. because we need our paychecks.
Right? It does come off like...
This is something we got to eat no matter how we feel about it. We really can't talk about it because we have a lot of other things on our plate. Like, come on. You do, like, YouTube. You do your video games. You do everything else. You don't want to talk about this, so you're going to be as politically correct as possible.
Yeah.
But at the same time, it threw me off that they said that they were indifferent, but they did make valid reasons as to why they're not going to fully comment with their...
It's a touchy subject.
Yeah, it's difficult, but at the same time, they still mentioned that, of course, it isn't right. It's terrible, it's wrong, but...
It's almost as if, like, they were like, fuck this guy, but, you know, we can't do anything about it, so we're just going to support the company.
There's really nothing else that we can do.
Yeah. There is nothing that they can do. I mean, it's
like when you bring people, there's nothing I can do. I just got to eat it and be on the podcast.
Shout out to everyone else who's ever been on this podcast.
Those are the thoughts and opinions of Tara Marie.
Oh, I got a disclaimer.
You got a disclaimer from your brother.
I got a disclaimer. He's never given anyone a disclaimer. I got a disclaimer. I don't give a damn. Gang. No. But I understand why they have to be PC. We all have to, like, eat things at times and deal with it, no?
I'm so glad Teddy's not here for this. That would have went a whole totally different way on that one.
I mean, I think that it's always going to be something that separates fans, and I think it's a very touchy subject to bring up with some people because some people are very excited that he's back, and, you know, I'm happy for them. They're happy they got their man back and they're going to buy the merch and stuff, but I just can't get behind it. It's just not a thing for me.
Yeah, I mean, it's hard for me to kind of get behind it too. I mean, I have a shirt. It's a Hogan shirt that I bought before this whole mess, and it's Hogan as a zombie. It's to me, it's just a dope shirt. It just happens to have Hogan as a zombie on it, and I think I wore that shit once.
Yeah, that's a bedtime shirt. That's your pajama shirt now.
Nah, that shit is just actually just at the bottom of a drawer. And it's like sometimes I think about wearing it to be like ironic with it. Like, yeah, Hulkamania is dead. or
I can get behind that.
Or actually now that it's almost as if his legacy now has been brought back to life, like a zombie version. So like I might actually rock it again. But that's the only way I could really rock it and be like, it's almost like an ironic protest because to a certain degree I still have an issue with how he's handled this whole thing, you know?
I think we always will, and I don't know if it's one of those things that you kind of just like ignore. Like, I don't even want to be a part of it, and I know as long as, you know, our dollar power does a lot, and as long as we're not putting our dollars toward it, you know, I don't really see a problem. So stop buying zombie shirts of Hogan.
Well, the Roddy Piper one was sold out, so
they had him as a zombie.
They had a bunch of people as zombies.
That's sad. He's really dead.
You know, he's really dead. He's really gone.
Yeah. That's not okay. That makes me uncomfortable, and I'm sad. That made me really sad. I'm gonna go buy a kilt. We're in Irish parts unknown. How dare you?
Well, you know, a kilt is Scottish, though.
I know.
All right.
I know.
And, you know, Scots and the Irish, you know, tend to be like,
The Irish people don't like anybody except for us. They like Puerto Ricans, apparently.
That is an actual fact.
Yeah. They get down with Puerto Ricans, and they definitely like Puerto Ricans that like soccer.
Shout out to the owners of Legends and Jack Dempsey.
We love y'all so much.
Exactly.
Nothing but love.
Exactly. So it's gonna be interesting to see what happens with Hogan in WWE and how they integrate him back into the fold.
Yeah, it's like, you know, you want to love him. You want to love Hogan. You want to love, you know, Macho Man. You want to love them all together. Ric Flair. You know, you want to make sure that you love them all. But when they kind of show their ass,
it was just the way it was done.
Yeah.
And in the manner in which it was done kind of in a way that was like, damn, dude, really?
So I saw Brooke Hogan on, I think it's the Real World Challenge now. I don't even think it's Road Rules anymore. It's just the challenge.
Oh,
and
yeah,
it was
the
like
challenge, yeah.
Superstars and athletes and things like that, or like the regular like champs versus challengers.
Shout out to Scott Yeager, a friend of the podcast. He actually does a podcast for the challenge.
Really?
Yeah.
I would totally listen to that.
Oh, yeah, you gotta check it out. Scott Yeager. It's called The Challenge. If anything, We're gonna tweet out their latest episode, so you'll see it. But I'm sorry, Ruby, you about to say something?
Oh no, I was gonna say the Miz is the host.
Yes,
the
Miz is the host of the like
of this
superstars
season
and like challengers. Yeah.
And
Oh, okay.
reunion.
Yeah, and the reunion. The Miz is everywhere. Like,
Yo, he was just on what the hell he was
The
on?
All-Stars.
He was an All-Star game.
He was the MVP of
the
game.
MVP.
Yo, and before we're gonna get to SmackDown later, but I love how he was talking about it. He was like, and the whole arena at SmackDown was just going MVP, MVP, MVP. Yeah, I'm really happy for that dude because I like that dude.
He's awesome.
Pardon the pun.
Wow. Is he awesome or is he
He
just
came
awesome?
to play.
Okay, we are still on current events.
Yeah, all right.
So, one of my favorite stories is my girl's gonna be back soon, Charlotte Flair. Hopefully, July 31st.
Yeah.
Is like the estimated time that she's coming back. Her boobs popped, but they fixed them.
Yeah, she was looking like a little bit like Biggie Smalls for a minute.
What happened? You okay, Ruby?
I just love Charlotte. You know, I love Charlotte.
One of them was up, the other one was down.
I don't want her to be in pain, and that looks painful. I don't know.
And lopsided.
Yeah, that did not look fun, bro. I'm sorry. That had to suck.
Empty airbags, baby.
Do we know, like,
hashtag that?
do we know who ruptured them or no?
It's the grind of the road. So fucking slams and slaps and moonsaults and all that shit.
Can you imagine feeling something in your body pop? Like, that has to suck.
It does.
I'm sorry.
It's like a giant pimple on the inside.
Oh no, my poor Charlie.
Charlotte.
Charlotte, come back. We miss you, and we loved you on the ESPN Body episode magazine.
Issue. Yeah.
That's what it is. Who reads magazines? It's
Everybody.
you can get it on your iPad.
People still, but that's still reading a magazine
I don't-
on the iPad.
You're right.
Yeah, it's just no paper is involved.
I think
So-
Ruby should take the reins on the next story. Someone who's near and dear to his heart.
Oh, we're going Kane.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That music just gives me so much nostalgia. I swear it does. But listen, honestly, I have so much love for Kane, but his coming back, like, it was just another storyline that felt like it was gonna lag.
Well, yo, you know what though? I feel like, okay, so for anyone who's not understanding what we're talking about, Kane is gonna basically be taking time off due to an Achilles tendon injury. Achilles tendon injury is no joke, and you know he can't perform. He was actually walking around backstage with a boot on Sunday before they went live, and
Because he got jumped.
yeah, but I think they probably would have done that shit anyway.
I think they had to jump him because he got hurt, maybe training or something.
They jumped him because he got hurt. No,
Yeah.
he didn't get hurt training. He got hurt on the Go Home show Smackdown last week.
Wow.
So he got hurt, you know, on the Tuesday before Extreme Rules, and then they just wrote him off as being bludgeoned to death.
I respect that.
Another theme song that
Another theme that gives me pure chills.
I can't even deal. Okay, wait. So was it Extreme Rules or was it last Tuesday where Daniel Bryan did the pyro, and Kane was like, "How did you do that?"
It was on SmackDown.
It was on SmackDown.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
It was on SmackDown, but I think that's when he hurt himself.
Oh.
Yeah. But I mean, you know, when you're in the thick of whatever you're doing, because I remember spraining my ankle plenty of times while playing basketball and not feeling anything until like after when I got home. And
I thought you were gonna say doing the stanky leg. No. Okay.
No, Tara.
It's okay. I'm sorry. My bad. Continue.
And Ruby, go ahead.
The Glamazon is wild. No, it's a Achilles tendon injury. I really have. I'm indifferent. I'm actually indifferent on this. I have so much love for Kane, but honestly, I didn't need Team Hell No, and I feel like I still don't.
And we definitely didn't need that T-shirt. What was that? What was that T-shirt? Can someone explain
like a
to me
moose. Yeah.
what that T-shirt was?
It was a quick cash grab.
No. That was horrible. They've just completely given up. when it comes to making creative t-shirts.
They did that shit. They were like, yo, put something out. Somebody will buy it, and that's it.
Yeah, I can imagine. But we can finally get to Extreme Rules. That's exciting.
Yeah, Extreme Rules.
Did you love
it? Was it extreme?
No.
How can you be extreme when like more than half your card is not extreme?
Okay, my thing is, I went to Extreme Rules like 2-3 years ago. Oh my God, maybe 4 years ago. I went to Extreme Rules like 4 or 5 years ago when the Izod Center was still a thing.
Oh wow.
Yeah. Before they like demolished that.
Shout out to the Nets.
Yo, and Paul Heyman came out and was like, welcome to the night that WWE finally gets it right, and there was like a bunch of like ECW references and things like that. Like, there was nothing extreme about Extreme Rules.
No, not at all.
I've never been, this is one of my favorite pay-per-views, and I'm very disappointed in it.
It's kind of hard to be extreme when you have 3 out of your 12 matches with extreme stipulations, and a possible 4th if you want to count like the 30-minute Iron Man match as a possible stipulation, and you can't.
Don't get me started.
And you can't. And you can't even do that. It's the stupidest thing. The majority of your card. There should have been 3 matches that didn't have extreme stipulations, not only 3.
We didn't even have a WLC match. Nothing.
Yeah.
That was my favorite part. There was the WLC. I went to go watch it.
WLC?
Yeah, but then they had the little people fighting, and like it was like a miniature version. It was like Hornswoggle fighting. Oh my God, yes! Please.
No way, I never knew that.
Watch that.
Was that like a dark match or something?
No, it was on the pay-per-view.
I do not remember ever seeing a WLC match.
Probably left to go get a drink.
You probably went to go get a drink. Yeah, it's probably true, but
Yeah,
it was
probably
really
right.
It was actually pretty hardcore.
Damn.
I mean, but honestly, started from the top.
That's when El Torito was big.
Yo, that was the Big Show and shit for that match.
El Torito, I forgot about him.
All right.
WLC match.
All right, I'm gonna look at that later.
Yes, please.
Jesus, that shit sounds so funny. So, Andrade Cien Almas versus Sin Cara.
I actually, quick hot take. I love Almas, and I think he's on the rise.
Yeah, he is.
I love everything.
His charisma, his ring presence, his awareness. I appreciate him, but I still don't think that match was worth even being on the card as a kickoff match. It's
just rude. You can put the Spanish person against the Spanish person. Like, come on. Can we get a little bit more creative here, guys? Like, I don't understand where we're going with this.
I mean, I got it. It was, they have a long history, so that's where the rivalry comes in. So you throw that out there for anybody who knew about it.
I'm rolling my eyes.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just trying to give them the benefit of the doubt. And then we had Sanity versus the New Day in a tables match, which I'm gonna be honest with you, I missed a lot of this pay-per-view.
Sanity, I miss. If we don't have Nikki, then we have no Sanity, because she was the glue that held them together. And I feel like a lot of people are not paying attention because Enzo and Big Cass them the way they did with Carmella, but Nikki's actually a really good wrestler, and they left her behind in NXT. So without Nikki, I'm not as interested in them. Maybe that's just because I love women's wrestling. I don't know.
Well, that could also be a ploy. Bring her up and
please bring her up.
Energize whenever they feel like they're lacking.
Yeah. I feel like we need.
It might be a way to just see. All right, let's see what you guys could do, and if not, we'll just put the rest of the band back together.
I love the New Day, but I'm over the pancakes and I'm over it. Something needs to happen. Something needs to change. It's been too long.
I think they need to start doing individual, not necessarily turn on each other, but
like push each other to do something else, like y'all.
Because it's kind of it's definitely getting a little stale right now.
I mean, they're still grown ass men in the stands with their unicorn horns.
Yeah.
So I mean,
they're still entertaining. It's just you want to see an evolution of the character because it's kind of it's a neutral right now.
Yeah.
Growth is key.
Yeah. And I mean, don't be like Madonna, like always changing, but a little bit of growth helps. It's nice.
Yeah. Imagine if the New Day was to start talking with a British accent and shit.
That would be amazing.
Remember when Madonna had that British face?
Listen, when you're around people and your surroundings, sometimes you change, okay?
Yeah, that bitch was still living in Los Angeles, though.
You're right. You're right.
Moving on. B-Team defeated the Woken Matt Hardy and Bray Wyatt.
Matt Hardy and Bray Wyatt are
Deleted. And you know what I say to that?
Wonderful. It's a weird tag team, whatever, but I hate myself right now because I'm kind of feeling the B team.
You know, you were getting on me for like wanting that shirt.
I know.
I want a B team shirt actually.
Yeah.
I retract all my statements because their theme goes so hard, bro. Like whoever sings this Battle Scar song, I'm with it. It gets me right up on that level when Seth Rollins comes out and I'm like, burn it down. Right up there with it. I don't know.
We're all just believers.
Yeah, I got questions. I don't know how this happened because I cannot stand Curtis Axel. Like, I don't know. I'm very confused right now. I have a lot of mixed emotions.
Yeah, I'm definitely rooting for the B team.
Yeah.
I want to see them. Yeah, honestly, I wouldn't mind seeing them with the belts for like a full year.
Okay, I'll give them 6 months. I think you're pushing it, but okay.
Axel does absolutely nothing for me, so I don't know about belts.
Yeah, and I mean, you know,
it's not a belt, it's a title.
It's a belt. They need a belt. Speaking of who needs a belt, Finn Balor needs to keep his pants on because you can't wear a leather jacket without pants. You're just out here in panties.
He's the only person on this earth that can wear a leather jacket with that attire on.
Okay, Teddy.
Exactly, word. And then on the opposite side of the spectrum, you got Baron Corbin coming out here in full clothing, like
a doorman on 58.
Yo, so remember how you said one day on one of our episodes way back in the day?
I remember nothing what I've said.
Well, you said that The Miz was H&M and John Cena was Kmart.
Yes.
I think H&M now goes to Baron Corbin because he looked like he's straight out of H&M.
I will give Baron Corbin
Forever 21.
Zara. Oh.
Zara? That's too high.
That's too high. I mean, he was in like a little man vest and he looked like a good groomsman.
Oh, wait. So you know what? How about this? Will we say Express? No.
I love Express, though.
Express.
He's Express.
Or is Miz Express?
Oh, Miz could be Express, and then Baron Corbin's still H&M.
Yeah, okay.
Because H&M's a little lower.
Yeah.
Miz is Gucci. Miz is
Gucci, what?
Oh,
Miz is high level. Miz is high level. Don't disrespect Miz like that.
Oh, shit.
He's
okay.
awesome.
He's awesome.
He's awesome.
Finn Balor is Chippendales.
Let's play a drinking game. Every time
Ruby says he's awesome.
Ruby says he's awesome, take a shot.
I will go get a bottle. I got this.
Oh, nice. Go get it. Then we had Carmella beat Asuka.
I have a lot of feelings about this.
With Ellsworth in a shark cage above the ring, like his name was Enzo.
This is so dumb. Like, all of the strides that we've made for women's wrestling, and you still want to incorporate Ellsworth to keep with Carmella with the title.
It's to give her heat. It's cheap heat. It's shitty heat.
It's annoying.
It's still heat.
I'm over it. It's tired. I like that they're doing like the mixed matches where, you know, Asuka's allowed to hit him. But it's like, where are we going with this? This is dumb. Like, we've done so much.
We spoke on growth, 5 minutes ago, and Carmella has done nothing but that. She's grown into an amazing superstar.
Honestly, I think Mella is money.
I think Mella's money.
And now
it adds to have. I think it adds to have Ellsworth because
No, she doesn't need it. She doesn't need it. It's cheap. It's cheap. It's cheap.
It is cheap. It's cheap heat.
I don't like it.
Shout out to Rosenberg and that guy Greg. That's the name of the podcast. Cheap heat.
For those of you who didn't know.
Yeah.
But, I mean, the other day, like you said it, you were like, yo, she looks really good with a belt. Mm-hmm. And she does look really good with a belt, but it's pissing me off that they're, like, pushing this Ellsworth nonsense. Yeah. And I don't have anything against the dude. It's just you're taking away from what the women are doing, and that's going to piss me off. That's not okay.
Well, it's not on him, though, at the same time.
Yeah, I know. It's freaking Vince.
Well, speaking of... well, there's no segue to that. So, moving on to Nakamura versus Jeff Hardy.
I have always been...
That was like the shortest match. I remember I went from the mezzanine down to the lobby, went to the bathroom to just wash my hands, came out, and they were already in the middle of their next package for the next match. And I'm like, wait, what the fuck happened? Who won?
It was a cheap match used to bring out Randy Orton. Bottom line.
Yeah.
Randy. Yeah, that was
I love
corny.
the Viper though.
I know. I get hyped when I hear his music, though. I'm not mad at it.
So yeah,
He just came out of nowhere.
Wow. Okay, take a shot every time Ruby makes a pun.
Let's move on to the next match, to the better Mendoza, and I mean Tara by that this time. So KO, Kevin Owens defeated Braun Strowman in the steel cage. So like, all right, before we continue, I'm gonna pause this for a second. There's a lot of shit in this pay-per-view that was so predictable that it's not even funny. Like Kevin Owens going off the top of the cage. I think we called that shit on the last episode. Kevin Wood actually said the same thing. He was like, I see him winning by being thrown off the cage. And that's exactly what happened. Thoughts?
I have no thoughts on this. Like, you made KO look like this big monster for so long. Not you, per se, but, you know, the WWE writers made him look like this monster for so long, and now you got him like,
you have a bigger monster.
Yeah, I don't.
Bigger monster. Listen, I'm all for Braun could come out onto the ring and flip the ring and not fight anybody, and I'd be here for it. But definitely, I think Kevin Owens needs to kind of...
KO deserves better.
Yeah.
He's getting bullied right now.
Yeah.
And it's been like, it's dragging. And if there was going to be any time for you to be like extreme about it, it would have been now. And yeah, coming off the cage is like cool or whatever, but we've seen it. Yeah. We've seen it all before. Bring a garbage truck out. Put him in the garbage truck. You know, do something crazy. Like, it's not really like, it's not.
Speaking of garbage, let's go on to the Bludgeon Brothers versus Team Hell No.
Wow, he came for all your people right now.
I mean, no, I just like the Bludgeon Brothers theme. I think they're...
Yeah, dude. We're not talking about their themes. This isn't the music episode part 2. We're talking about the match.
Yeah, they're whatever. I don't really appreciate the Bludgeon Brothers as much as...
You mean the Wyatts?
Yeah, the Wyatts,
yeah. The Wyatts.
The Wyatts of Jace. So, all right, so then the next one, Bobby Lashley versus Roman Reigns.
Bye.
Skippable.
Yeah.
Bye.
By the way, shout out to everybody that was at Legends. When Bobby Lashley won, I was actually outside, and all of a sudden I heard an eruption of Bobby, and that shit is cool. But as we will get to all I'm gonna say is this: Roman Reigns is gonna win next week on Raw, but we'll talk more about it later. Then Alexa Bliss beat that bitch with a bat.
that match was pretty good.
Yeah, because it was an Extreme Rules match. Of course it was.
There was actually hitting each other with garbage cans and
that were as light as paper, but that's another story.
Yeah.
No.
What was your favorite part of that match? Because I already know.
My baby Rhonda. Come on. You know Rhonda coming out, putting some whoop on somebody. I'm all here for it.
In leggings, because she owns no real pants.
And that mean grill she was giving Alexa.
Yeah, she was like snarling.
She was funk flex. Yeah, dropping bombs.
And then we move on to our AJ Styles versus Rusev. And Rusev, they did not win.
How did you feel about that match? Because right before the match started, I told Tara I'm actually gonna watch this match and I'm gonna really try to dissect it to see if it's a good match. And he did.
And you know what? I was also away from the TV when it was on, handling something else at the. By the way, just give everybody a heads up. We just did a brand new interview with Isaiah Wolf after he won the No Limits Championship from Warriors of Wrestling. So we're actually going to be putting that up very soon. So stay tuned for that. It's a great interview. So that was part of what I was doing during that time.
So what's up with Rusev? How do you feel about that?
Rusev definitely crushed. But AJ Styles, I think he was carrying Rusev for most of the match. Rusev is great, but he's a brute, and not in the way that Braun can pull it off, because
he's larger.
Yeah, Braun is just a massive human being. AJ Styles was definitely the star of the match, and
well, the thing is that when it comes to Rusev is the type of guy that I can't see him doing a long match anyway.
He's supposed to go in there and crush.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
It's not like you're looking for him to have a shitload of moves in his move set to entertain. It's like, you know, he's a bruiser. Bruisers don't tend to have long matches. And then, but, you know, that's why, you know, AJ got a decent match out of him. But
the Rusev Day gimmick is just
that shit is over. Yeah,
it's a thing. People are never gonna let that go. They bought the calendars. They love it.
Yeah,
like,
but here's the disappointing thing. That match. Do you feel that match should have went on last?
No.
Really? Why?
Because I love Dolph Ziggler. Are you dumb? Are you new? Hello.
Are you going off of just because it was...
Because it's the WWE title. It has the longest lineage of any title in the WWE. Longer than the Intercontinental title. And that should have been the headlining match.
But they knew it couldn't headline because he's a brute.
Because he's Rusev.
So you needed Seth Rollins and Dolph Ziggler, obviously. If you're not going to get Brock, because, hello.
All right. But...
if anything, Brock should be the main event.
If we're going in order of title belts, then yes, that should have been last. But
yeah, I mean, it should have.
Yeah, it should have. But
the ladies should have went last.
Actually, you know what? I agree with that.
Nia and
you know
Alexa.
what? You know what? Even better, because that was an actual fucking Extreme Rules match.
He's so mad. He's so mad.
Yo,
let it out.
Yo, because it was a real. I mean, how you gonna have Extreme Rules and it's just not even a fucking main event?
No tables, no ladders, no.
Yeah, that's you know what? That's what it should have been called. No tables, no ladders, and no chairs, man. The pay-per-view.
And Nia's counterpart, what is it, Natalia?
Oh yeah.
Was definitely getting into
Queen
Mickey
shoulder
James
pads
outside, and
they were like fighting outside. Like the valets were fighting. Like they were fighting inside. They couldn't get disqualified because of it. Like things actually happened. Now these last two matches, nothing happened.
You want to get into the Iron Man match?
Oh my God! You know what? The Iron Man match pissed me off.
The Iron Man match. When it first went up, where it was like 4-4, I was like, all right, cool. After that, it started to drag. I mean, they should have just went up to like 10 pins each if they were going to go that high scoring that early. Because the rest of the way, all it was...
ballerina dancing.
It was Royal Rumble.
Oh, yeah, because they were counting in the audience.
Because they had 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
That must have thrown them off.
They were more focused on the count than the actual match.
Well, if you go and you look up, I forgot what site it was, but just Google Rollins and Ziggler talking in the ring at the Extreme Rules, and there's actual footage of them talking to each other because somebody had a really good camera that picked up their audio.
Oh, wow.
And they were actually talking about the clock.
You can see them gesturing to each other and making eye contact to speak and talk about.
Well, the thing was that the reason, so one of the reasons I've read was that they kept the clock up there on the screen so that they could time out the match so that they could do the sudden death finish properly or get to the sudden death finish properly. Because, you know, you don't want to be like a second lane and then the ref got to look like an asshole that he doesn't count on time and shit.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it made sense, but it was just... I mean, they should have just kept on trying, like, actually doing pins on each other to get down to that final moment because it would have taken away from the clock. Yeah,
it was like poorly executed. It was really bad. And then the fact that he still kept his championship. So it was like, what did we do all this for?
Yeah.
Like,
I mean, even Kurt Angle coming out didn't even make any sense because they banned McIntyre from freaking ringside, but then he came out again.
It was too much.
Yeah,
they were trying to do too much when they had everything that they could have done as a blueprint being extreme. But they went the total opposite way.
And again, it wasn't a fucking extreme match.
I can't do it, Sonny cursing.
These are the thoughts and opinions of all of us, actually.
And they do represent Yep, I Like Wrestling.
They represent all of us, even everybody in Florida.
Yeah, exactly. Everybody is represented in that disclaimer. So yeah, let's move on. Let's talk about Raw real quick because Raw was interesting, even though...
Was it? Was it now? Tell me more. They took everybody off the Raw card. Nobody wants to watch. Like,
yeah, basically. They started off the episode with Kurt Angle and Constable Corbin.
Oh gosh.
And Bobby Lashley and Roman Reigns and Finn Balor and Drew McIntyre. Everybody and their fucking mother that feels like they deserve to be in the main event with Brock.
Because they never see him, so everybody's been waiting.
Oh yeah, because that was the thing we forgot to mention about Extreme Rules, that an ultimatum has been put towards Brock Lesnar, and he needs to either show up on Raw or strip the title or defend it or whatever, just something. He
ain't gonna do anything.
Yeah, he's basically gonna show up.
We'll see him at SummerSlam.
We'll see him at SummerSlam. I mean, you know what sucks is that they did this whole thing at Extreme Rules, but last week before Extreme Rules, I got a notification saying Brock Lesnar will defend his championship at SummerSlam. It's like, and then you're gonna bring the shit up on TV like, oh well, if he doesn't show up, we're gonna strip him of the title. Motherfucker, you just announced the shit. He's gonna be at SummerSlam.
Yeah, it's a hot mess.
Yeah, it's so stupid.
And who won? Roman Reigns.
Oh,
so
and that's another thing. And that's
again.
And Bobby Lashley also won his triple threat, which means that Roman Waynes, you hear me? You know, fuck it, I'm gonna start calling him Woman Waynes.
Woman Reigns.
Woman Waynes is gonna beat Bobby Lashley next week on Raw. Like, honestly, I don't even feel like doing a recap. I feel like doing predictions. Prediction next week, Roman Reigns is going to beat Bobby Lashley, and they're going to go to the WWE Universal Championship match.
It's so corny. It's all so corny.
I would have rather saw Seth Rollins come out, beat up on Bobby Lashley and Elias, and beat Roman Reigns, which I think would have been somewhat of a better match than whatever Bobby Lashley's going to give him, because it's the whole Shield Brotherhood thing.
Yeah.
I mean, that would have made for interesting, but I mean, you got to switch it up too, you know?
No.
But, we did get Bobby Ziggler.
Bobby Ziggler.
We got Dolph Ziggler defeating Bobby Roode.
Yeah, I'll take that. That was amazing.
Yeah, that was amazing. Yeah. Yeah, so you say. And then we had one of your loves, Mojo Rawley, defeating Tyler Breeze.
Yeah, I can't stand Tyler Breeze, so that's fine too. I'm down. Mojo Rawley, because we stay hype.
And guess who was back? Alicia Fox and Dana Brooke.
Nobody cares. Do you care?
Mandy Rose.
Oh, okay. But you care. That's on SmackDown.
That's SmackDown.
That's on SmackDown.
But Mandy Rose.
But what about Bayley and Sasha Banks?
That's the thing. That happened.
Bayley got the cake.
Bayley is a beautiful woman, yes,
Thank you.
without a doubt. But the only reason why
I'm gonna stop you there.
She's beautiful.
She's pretty. She's not beautiful.
Bayley
that's rude.
Bayley
it's not rude. She got some real thin ass lips, man. It's hard for me to take a girl with super thin lips like that to be beautiful.
She can't help her ancestors.
She's pretty, but she, hey, man.
Bayley is a full course meal, and I will not lie to you when I say the only reason why I watch, there's multiple reasons, but the main reason why I watch Raw is because of Ronda Rousey.
Who happened to look like an angry toaster strudel with her hairdo?
No! Yo, we gotta stop coming for her, yo.
By the way,
I'd still put it in the oven.
Shout out to April, one of our listeners on
House of Makeup.
Exactly, House of Makeup. She sent me that meme, and I was cracking up all afternoon. Cause it just was like, she does look like an angry toaster strudel.
She looks, it's not nice.
Yo, like she's gonna pop out of a toaster with her hands up and shit. Ping.
I love me some April.
I'd get my utensils ready.
You would. And
no, I can't. The utensils kill me. I'm sorry. I'm not doing this. And then the B team and the Ascension. Yo, the Ascension's still a thing?
Obviously. You know what's funny? I was on WWE Shop yesterday, and the Ascension had like their action figures, and I think it was, I can't remember I think it's Victor. Mm-hmm. Like his action figure has his arm in a sling. Like, what type of shit is that?
What? What kind of action is that figure getting?
Fucking Medicaid. SSI. Disability.
That's so sad.
How sad I would have been if I was, 9 years old, and my parents give me a toy that has an arm sling.
Yo, like, I'm dead ass. Like, I'm looking at.
They're your parents? Really? My parents gives you a toy?
Better Mendoza.
My parents. Whatever.
Yeah.
Rude.
I want to see you guys brawl.
I'll win, bro.
That would be more extreme than the pay-per-view.
Yep. It'll be way more extreme.
You know what? I'll pay $9.99 for that.
I've beat him with a Swiffer.
Yeah, no, I've heard.
Yeah. So I win.
I put my hand on an iron by choice.
Yes. Ascension, nobody cares. Ronda Rousey attacked the women's champion, Alexa Bliss. Does anybody care?
Again and again, baby.
Salsa strudels. Authors of Pain.
Who I really do enjoy Authors of Pain.
I do not.
I think they are.
How
Nobody cares.
much do you enjoy them? Is it as much
I'm
as
not,
Teddy?
no, I'm not sliding. I'm not sliding.
Oh,
right
okay.
Did you slut?
Did they defeated Titus Worldwide? Big surprise there.
Nobody cares.
Then we had Sarah Logan defeat Ember Moon, which I'm surprised.
That was weird.
Yeah, I was very surprised by that
that's surprising.
one. Yeah, extremely surprising. And then we had Bobby Lashley defeat Seth Rollins and Elias. Anyway.
Yeah, it's for Brock. And Brock is just at home with Sable. Like, I don't care about y'all.
Just cut down a tree somewhere.
So basically, yeah, I'm done
His
with
cowboy boots.
I'm done with the Monday Night Wrestling program for this week.
Yeah, I'm over it.
Yeah, so
SmackDown was actually pretty good, though.
SmackDown was,
delicious.
I ain't gonna say delicious because there was a very fucking creepy part that made me almost want to upchuck my food.
What?
Yeah, man.
What part was that?
The part when freaking
when
Randy Orton decided to finger Jeff Hardy's ear.
Hello.
Yeah, you see what I did there. I saw Tara was looking at me like, what? She was waiting for me to finish that sentence.
Jeff Hardy decided to finger his earlobe.
Oh, man. I'm out, guys. I gotta go.
Okay, so yo, here's the thing. I was actually, so I'm gonna set the stage for you. I'm sitting at the table. I have my headphones on. I have my cell phone on the USA Network because I'm on my laptop doing some last minute shopping because it was Amazon Prime Day. So I was trying to get, buy a bunch of shit
That you don't need.
True.
Okay.
A lot of shit that I don't need as cheap as possible. And I'm just looking at it and then, just having it side of my eye, looking at my phone on my laptop. And then I see Randy Orton grab Jeff Hardy's ear. And I just proceeded to go, yo, what the fuck?
Yo, that was so bad. He was stretching it so that has to hurt. And it has to smell like cheese.
Do you think they practiced that?
So okay.
Yo, I blocked it out of my brain and I just remembered it. And I was like, oh my God, I remember screaming.
I was like, yo, what the fuck? Yo, and the thing is that I was, I have my headphones on. I'm all into the laptop. And Allison just kind of looked at me like, yo, what the fuck happened?
Whoa. You felt it, like in your back. Like,
yeah.
Like, whoa.
Yeah, exactly. That's
And I didn't know if Jeff Hardy's eyes were closed or not. I was very confused.
You're like, oh my God. And his eyes are open the entire time. Oh wait, are they? Oh wait, are they not? Are they?
Does he like it?
Why did his eyes look happy?
I was so confused. It was so bad. But I was like, yo, that's savage, yo. That's...
Yeah, but you know what? So the ear is a very elastic...
I don't give a damn. He had his whole fist through it.
Yeah, he did. Yo, I thought he was gonna actually rip the shit because I was gonna say and the funny thing is I'm watching it and then like when the grossed out part of me, so when the feeling of being grossed out subsided and I'm still watching it, then I started to go into thinking mode and I'm like, so if he tears it, is the plan to tear it? And then I start thinking, do they have doctors backstage to stitch it up? Is this a prosthetic?
It would bleed a lot.
Is there a prosthetic? Is this like I'm literally like going through this whole process? Like, okay, so how are they going about this right now?
It was that rough.
Yeah, it was rough, man. I mean, they really
committed.
Yeah, they sure fucking did commit. I mean, I'm wondering now if Jeff Hardy has like some huge ass gauges for his ears in the back, where they just
stretch them out.
Yeah, it was bad, man. And what if they would have like tripped and he would have yanked the shit off?
Oh, okay. Back to AJ Styles, because I can't do it. AJ Styles and Sieng.
All right, so
my favorite part of this match was, I think it was Michael Cole. Is it Michael Cole who's on SmackDown?
Go ahead.
No, it's not Michael Cole.
No, who
it's
is it?
Josh Grisham.
It was. Just go ahead, Tara.
Yeah.
You kept saying tranquilo. Cien Almas is tranquilo.
Yeah.
I love it.
When non-Latinos butcher a Spanish word,
my favorite.
I tend to like black it out, so I totally didn't even hear him say that shit. Like I have an automatic filter in my ear.
No, he said it. He was like, "Oh, you gotta be tranquilo." I was like, "No, stop it, please."
No, he said no. No, honestly, I do remember him saying something else. It wasn't tranquilo, but he said something else that made me just go, "Oh, fucking guy."
Yeah. So yeah, he definitely said tranquilo.
But he said something else, and I can't remember what it was, but it was really horrible.
Yeah. He was butchering all the words.
Yeah, he was.
Oh, I think it was like at the end of the match that I was just like, "Oh, what did he say? Why?" Yeah.
I think, but honestly, I think this was definitely used as a confidence booster for Almas, because your boy took on AJ Styles and it was a damn good match.
Yo, that match
was a good match.
So you know what's funny? That match, for some reason, the match that it reminded me of was of Brock Lesnar's first UFC fight, where basically Brock Lesnar is beating the shit out of the dude he was fighting. I can't remember his name right now. And all of a sudden, Brock Lesnar lost because homeboy caught him in a leg, in some type of leg lock. Frank Mir. Thank you. Yeah, Frank Mir caught him in a leg lock, and that's how he won, because Brock had to tap out.
Yeah.
And it made me think of that match because
Brock was like, "Oh, it's real. It's real. It's real."
Yeah. I was just kidding. But then in the next match,
Start the pyro.
But then in the next match, he fucked Frank Mir up though. But yeah, no, it was so funny because like he was beating the shit out of AJ Styles the entire match. Like he came away from that match looking extremely strong.
I enjoyed SmackDown.
My favorite part of that match though was when he went and he jumped into the ropes.
And then
Zelina Vega just gets underneath him and they're both laying the same way. That shit, yeah, honestly, that shit made me smile.
Charisma through the roof.
Yeah, that shit was dope.
Good.
Yeah.
They're good together.
Even though I'm a little, it's not that I'm disappointed, but I'll be disappointed if they don't have her do some of the stuff that she used to do at NXT, where she would actually get involved with some of the talent. Because I remember doing like the Hurricane Rana on.
It's not Triple H.
Yeah. True.
You know, we're on the main roster where NXT legends die. Yeah. Like, it sucks, but it's true. They don't let any of them flourish, bro.
Speaking of which, Becky Lynch defeated Mandy Rose.
Becky.
And then Samoa Joe defeated Ty
Whoa, we're going to go back to Becky Lynch and Mandy Rose. That was mad rude that you just glazed over them like that.
No, I was actually grouping them all together about the No. Regarding your statement about NXT.
Okay.
And it's like I just grouped them all together.
Because Becky had a nice little promo.
Oh yeah, Becky Lynch, yo.
And she deserves it.
I'm a Becky Lynch fan. I actually, I find Becky Lynch to be one of the most naturally beautiful women on that roster.
Thank you so much, Sonny. That means a lot to me.
Because he's dating her in his mind, I guess.
That means a lot to me. And I was very conflicted. I asked Tara who should I go for.
When she starts to speak though, it's a little deceiving though.
Oh no, I love it.
He loves the accent so much.
No, I like the accent. It's
the
just
puns.
It's her mannerisms. She comes off very, very mannish.
Yeah, she's very like, yeah. But then Mandy Rose got the like blur filter when she came out for her entrance. Did you see that?
No.
When Mandy Rose comes out, like the sides of it's very like old school.
Everything just zoomed in on her.
WWF.
Oh, I gotta see that again.
Everything's blurred out. It's all about Mandy Rose. She has no fupa, no pipa, no nothing. She has the weirdest panties. They just hold on to nothing because she's just rock solid. And Becky's just there watching her like, yo, you gonna give her a 20-minute entrance? Like, and that's why she beat that ass.
And now you can glaze over them.
Exactly. So, okay.
Which was a waste. This next match was a waste of time.
Yeah, that was dumb.
It was a filler.
I'm so done.
I mean, Samoa Joe and Ty Dillinger, yeah, I mean, that shit was... It was, to me, I just saw that as like when you put somebody in the ring with a scrub just to get him some time. That's all it was.
Well, like when Brock came out and completely destroyed. Maybe what?
Who?
Who was
Which
the
one?
Who was the other? Dudley.
Devon.
No.
Bubbery.
No.
Spike.
Spike.
Oh.
Brock came out and powerbombed him at least 17 times in a row. It was like one of those, like, I don't really care.
I actually like those because it's just like you wondering how far are they gonna go. Like it's almost as if it's almost like kind of like sanctioned murder. Are they gonna kill him?
I don't think I'll make it.
Yeah, what's the over-under? What's the over? Death or?
It's like it's almost like you wanna have like a wireless heart monitor on him just to see, did he die yet? Did he die yet? Did he die yet?
Keep him alive, please.
I'm gonna skip this next segment because I just want to get to the other ones. Cause I want to get back to that for a second. Eric Young defeating Kofi Kingston. It was alright. It was a continuation of the match from Extreme Rules, so it wasn't that big of a deal. I mean, we already know how we feel about them. We already discussed the ear situation.
Yep, that was really bad.
So yeah, we're not gonna address it anymore. So let's end with, when it comes to SmackDown, let's end with Daniel Bryan interrupting the Miz's funeral for Kane, which I thought was the best part.
No, it was a funeral for both of them.
Oh, exactly. I'm sorry. Yes.
Yeah.
Correction. The funeral for Team Hell No.
My mom walked into the room when this was on, and she was like, "Who died?" And I'm like, "Ma, they're just really tacky right now." Like,
My love for Daniel Bryan. That's what.
But you know what? Oh shit! Damn,
wow.
son. Damn, son. You know what? I'm loving what they're doing, and I'm looking forward to the Miz versus Daniel Bryan at SummerSlam.
I think it's gonna be good, and they both got little girls. You know, they're both dads. The battle of the dads. I'm here for it. No, okay, cool. Just me.
I'm good with anything the Miz does, man. Like, I have so much love for him. I think he deserves all the success in the company. I'm just over Daniel Bryan at this point. I'm seriously over it, and it's just gonna be a couple of yeses when he gets out, a couple of knees to the face, and
knee to face.
Yeah, some Hulk Hogan shaking.
Oh God.
Yeah.
Let's not go there again.
Yeah, no thanks, pass.
Dun, 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 dun,
Nope.
dun, dun.
Not doing it.
It's all right. So,
I'm kind of sad that Jeff Hardy and Matt Hardy aren't together anymore, though. That makes
Not
me really
really.
sad.
Matt Hardy looks like a surfboard out there. He is the most weird watch as far as wrestling goes. So he does, like, Jeff Hardy is the complete opposite. He's all over the place, and Matt Hardy is just stiff as a board. Like, can't do anything. Can't even pick up his leg to kick somebody.
You don't want to keep the siblings together, really?
No, we should break them up.
Wow, that hurts my heart though, because they were too extreme. Like, no.
No, not anymore.
speaking of siblings, like I said, this is the sibling episode.
But we've been agreeing with each other the whole time. It's boring.
To the Mendozas.
I don't have a last name. You're going to stop putting my government out there.
So don't have it on Facebook.
Okay, I don't add people on Facebook, Sonny.
Oh, well, yeah, they take it off of Twitter.
It's not on Twitter and it's not on Instagram. You're crazy. Oh my God. It's fine. Hello. Hi. Yes. We're talking about all the siblings.
So, when speaking about siblings,
Don't get weird.
she said, don't get weird. Let me ask you guys, who are your favorite siblings in wrestling?
Sarah, please, by all means, you first.
The Hardys.
Was that just because it's age before beauty?
That was not a low blow. That was deserving, and I appreciate that, Sonny. Thank you.
Just to the listener, I'm playing instigator in the rest of this episode.
Nobody cares, Sonny. Nobody cares. Everybody knows I'm the princess. Thanks.
Spoiled brat princess.
Nobody cares.
Okay, so answer it. Favorite siblings?
Yeah, well, for men, it's going to be the Hardys, and for women, unfortunately, it's going to be the Bellas, because they've made a lot of things happen.
It's not like there's many anyway. I feel like they're the only ones.
Yeah. Who else are there? Or is there?
Whoever Natty's related to.
Yeah, guys.
Okay, so why the Hardys? Don't say they're extreme.
No, the Hardys are just like, that's one of the ones where I was finally, when I became older and I was able to understand wrestling, and I was able to actually pick my faves and not just like the Ultimate Warrior because of my dad. I went straight toward the Hardys. You know, I had their like 2 Extreme necklace, and I had.
What was the first thing that like made you gravitate to them though?
I think.
Was it because
it wasn't even their wrestling? I think it was the colored hair. And to this day, I still deal with that.
Okay.
With the colored hair, and just seeing them do all these crazy things that I knew my parents would never let me do, because they just sheltered us and kept us in like bubble wrap all our lives. So I was like, that's crazy. They were able to jump off a house when they were younger to like practice wrestling. Like, I want to do that. And then my pops is just looking at me like, you're lucky you got rollerblades.
Oh shit.
Like, you're lucky I'm letting you run around the block. Like, take it easy, because you could definitely be upstairs doing nothing. So just to see these siblings that were able to do all these crazy stunts. I mean, I let Ruby roll into a tree once, but that's not that extreme. It could have been worse.
We're not going to talk about that.
But I was the one, encouraging him to swanton bomb into like mattresses on the floor, and we were like, trying to like flip, and it was really bad. We broke a lot of like furniture. We broke a lot of furniture in the house.
Okay, so about how many pieces of furniture have you guys broken?
I broke 3 of Tara's beds doing flips.
Yeah,
three beds?
Jumping from his bed to my bed, he like flipped, and he was a large and in charge young man, so he just went straight through the wood. The IKEA wood couldn't stand the weight.
After the second one, I would have been like, listen, you sleeping on the floor.
I was learning how to do front flips and all. That was living my best life.
Yeah, he was flipping like if we had a backyard and a trampoline. Like, we were like, we could do that too in an apartment in the Bronx. We could not.
All right, tell the truth. How many did you break, Tara?
Oh, I don't even know. No, I was too big to flip.
Oh.
I was just encouraging him to do everything. And then I put the patella string around the room to make sure that we didn't touch them like lasers. That was my job.
Shit. All right, so hold up. So Ruby broke 3 of your beds. How many beds did you break with Ruby? Like, because I'm figuring that basically...
I played the 5th because I blamed him for a lot of things, and I don't remember what's real and what's fake.
I'm thinking that you choke slammed the shit out of him a lot of times.
Well, yeah, but he would jump to make it happen, so technically it's still his fault. He was selling, so like he made it worse. So like...
Yo, I'm just picturing you as little kids. You're going to sell this shit, right? Because you got to figure, he was 6, I was 12. So I'm like large, like bringing up this 6-year-old, like, well, bye.
Yeah. I'm like, yeah, throw me to the wall. I'll be fine. Don't worry about it. I'm good. Don't worry about it.
It all started because our dad took one of those blue workout mats and drew a person on it and would tell us to hit them as hard as possible and like run into them and fight them. So I'm sure that's where all our anger comes from.
That shit is hilarious. So, those are your favorite siblings.
Yeah.
I mean, is that the same for you, Ruby, or who are your favorite siblings?
Oh no, I'm going Kane and Undertaker.
Okay, all right, hold up.
Burst this bubble, yo.
Okay, we're gonna talk legit, and then we'll get to kayfabe after.
Okay.
So, who are your legit siblings?
I would have to stay with the Hardys because, like, for everything she just explained,
viral. You trying to get us to argue here, and we we agree on things, bro.
I can't like she said. I used to watch the TLC matches, and even when she wasn't home, I was still flipping off the sofa onto the ground for no reason.
Just breaking furniture all over the place.
Yeah, definitely. In full-blown giraffe pajamas.
In a D-Generation X bandana.
Yep. Throwing up the X everywhere when my parents weren't around.
You were just a bad little kid, just throwing up the X. You were just doing the crotch shot.
Oh yeah, every single time.
He'd be like, "Ma, can I do it? Can I do it, Ma?" She'd be like, "No," but then she would do it.
Are you ready? Are you ready?
Sonny, please tell me, who are your favorite siblings?
I mean, you know what? I got like so many I could think of because.
Well, so then,
I mean, you know what? I'll give you an example.
Who stands out the most?
The most I gotta say is definitely Cody and Goldust. Cody Rhodes and Goldust, because of the fact that who their dad was. You know, another one that, even though they were never really in the same space at the same time, but I always you know, I think of Charlotte Flair and David Flair, you know, because it's such a contrast in a really good wrestler and a really bad wrestler. You know, always been someone that was amazed by Bray Wyatt and Bo Dallas, because, you know, the fact that they were who they were. But if I wanted to go old school, Jack and Jerry Briscoe. I'm showing my age on that one. Because, you know, okay, so there was a house show, right? And I forgot who they were fighting, but I never saw them before. But they came into the ring. I didn't realize that they had been around for so long, and they just beat the shit out of somebody. These two dudes in the ring, and I mean, it was like the guys were bloody, and then they put them in figure fours and wouldn't let them go. Referee was trying to come in and he was like, nah, fuck that, we ain't letting them go. And like brutality like that, especially when I was a kid, it was like when it was shown, it was like special.
No, it was actual Extreme Rules. Crazy.
Yeah.
That's the way it
Unlike
should be.
the fucking Extreme Rules match, the pay-per-view that was this past week. But anyway, that's...
I mean, I wish we still had some of that savageness.
Just want blood.
Yeah. Even if it's like a blood packet, if it's fake blood, I'm down. Like, just put something. I don't know.
You have a thing with...
It makes you nostalgic for days like that because you want to...
Yeah, you have a thing with blood packets, though.
Shut up.
Should I tell her, Ruby?
Because I don't want them to cut themselves.
Yo, you know what? The craziest story was me hearing Stone Cold Steve Austin talking about cutting himself for the first time, and how you don't slice it across. You twist the blade until your skin pops.
Nope. Count me out. Not a thing.
Another group of siblings I was a fan of, even though shit got real fucking tragic.
The Hart family?
No, Von Erichs.
Oh.
Yeah, the only wrestling family that could be a lot sadder than the Hart family.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Von Erichs. Like, that's just a fucked up situation. But yeah, I was a fan of them too. And yes, I am fairly mature for my age.
Is that what we call it nowadays? Yeah.
So those are my favorite siblings.
Damn, I only got to pick one though.
I mean, you had the choice to pick. You chose one. I had a bunch that I've enjoyed over the years. I can't really say which one of them are my favorites, because if I had to pick like a real favorite, a number one, it would probably be the Hardys too. So yeah,
It's true though.
Yeah, because I think about all of them. Because you see, the thing is, if I was a Bret Hart fan, I would have definitely said Owen and Bret Hart. But I was never a Bret Hart fan.
Yeah.
It was just swag, like the charisma, the way he just walked. You know what I'm saying?
Swag.
Like people gravitated towards that, but never really did anything for me.
Yeah, I just couldn't get into, like, there's a lot of wrestlers that are considered, you know, fondly remembered that I cannot get into, and Bret Hart is one of them. Chris Benoit was another one.
Chris Benoit.
Yeah.
You gotta do it. I will say I do respect the Bellas though for being like little teeny tiny models and securing the bag by marrying these men that they married and climbing up the ladder.
Yeah, that's kind of an indirect fucking insult. Because you basically, I give
even
props to them
their mom did it.
Yeah. Oh, you know what?
Even their mom did it.
You know what? I totally forgot a very, very big siblings that you just reminded me about. John Laurinaitis, People Power.
Oh yeah.
And Road Warrior Animal.
Yeah.
They are legit brothers.
Yeah.
Yeah. They are brothers. Oh, you know what? I got my favorite siblings of all time. I just remember who they are. Lanny Poffo and Randy Macho Man Savage.
Yo, he went there.
Yes, I did. Because you know what? I was actually a fan of the genius Lanny Poffo. I liked what he used to do.
I was one.
Because the dude would come in and just go on a whole scholastic rant, and growing up with a vocabulary and knowing every single word that he said made me feel special. So that's why I'm going to pick Lanny Poffo and Randy Macho Man Savage.
Oh, yeah.
Brother. Actually, I just did Hogan. My bad.
Yeah, I'm like, where did the brother come from?
He was into his zone.
Yeah.
He did a mashup.
I did a mashup of the Mega Powers. So anyway, all right. So who's your favorite kayfabe siblings?
Go ahead, Rube. Take it away.
You know, definitely, I have to go Kane and Undertaker, whatever form they came in. You know, a lot of it back then for me was watching, let's say, easy to Stone Cold or The Rock come out, and it's nothing but lights, and the crowd is going wild, and everybody's up. You could see everything, but as soon as Kane or Undertaker or both of them came out, it's darkness. And it's smoke, and it's fire, and it's like evil, but you wanted them to win, so.
I think it devastated a lot of people when they found out that they weren't actually related.
Yo, it did. That's what fucked up a lot of people
pissed off. Like,
yeah, that whole darkness. Like, I was a fan of the Brood, all that. I loved it.
Yeah, I was not, but whatever.
All right, what about you, Tara?
The Dudley Boyz, because for so many years I was like, because I was young and you grew up in the Bronx, like you don't know, you have mad interracial relationships. So you're like, they could be brothers. Like, I didn't know.
Tell the truth. You were wondering. You were wondering. All right, so is their mom black?
Yeah.
Or is their dad black?
Is it what? And then Spike came along, and I was like, all right, the mom's definitely white, and the dad's black. And I was like, all right, cool, we got this. And they had the same last name. Like, how did I know? We didn't have Twitter and crap like that. Like, we were,
pot tag team.
yeah, I was like, I'm from the Bronx. You know how many people are this, like, the brothers and stuff. We got cousins that are different colors, like,
without a doubt.
Yeah, and they're related, so it's possible. But now I know that they're not related. But still, I like to keep the dream alive. Thanks. You know, I don't know. Am I wrong, Sonny? Am I bugging right now?
Nah.
Okay.
Actually, you know what? I'll give it to you. I'm not mad at you at all, to be honest with you. Because I actually kind of wondered it for a split second myself, saying, well, they do have the same glasses on.
Yeah, you know, they wore camouflage together. Like,
yeah, but then again, I was drinking, so, you know.
I was not. I was just young, and I was still on my blood packet phase.
No, yeah, you were. I was just drunk. So yeah, yo, my favorite kayfabe siblings are the Usos.
I love the Usos.
Actually, you know what? I can't think of any other kayfabe siblings that that won't make me seem so much fucking older, because I could actually come out with like Ole Anderson and Arn Anderson, because they weren't really related.
That's not bad. Or the
Ole Anderson,
the Puerto Rico guys.
Who?
Are they really related? No.
Talking about Epico and Primo?
Yeah.
They're actual cousins.
But they're not brothers.
No, because Epico is Carlito's brother.
So that could be one. That's
but I'm talking about kayfabe.
Fake ones? I don't have any other fake ones.
No, I mean there are. It's just I'm gonna seem really fucking old if I.
No. I'm saying like recent ones. No, not your people.
Thanks for making me feel even older.
That was a low
It's okay. That's all we do here.
Yeah.
Welcome.
I guess I am actually here for that.
Yes, that is why you're here.
The abuse.
That's allowed.
Yeah. You know what's funny? It's surprising that we didn't say the McMahon kids are not like our favorite siblings.
Because they've always been so segregated. You know, like they're
like separate from the talent.
Yeah, not even separate but separate from each other. Like Steph and Shane always had different things going on.
That's true.
You know, like
Vince
like their storylines would never really intertwine unless they were like kind of fighting each other, like.
Or they were usually on the same side.
Yeah, like if they had to like fight their dad or something like that. But you know, once Steph kind of like got with Triple H, she was like, bye.
That's true.
Yeah, like I don't know. I mean, they're good siblings. You know, that's cool. They have the McMahon last name. That's crazy. Like the lack of siblings lately.
You know what it is? It's like
everybody's cousins.
There's not a lot of siblings that are in at the same time like they used to be. I mean, Alpha and Sika from, you know, the Hanoi family, the whole Samoa, the Wild Samoans, you know, they had a lot of nieces, nephews, and children, but now all of them kind of rocked with together, because
I see what you did there, The Rock. I see it. I got it.
So like Rosie and Jamal, they were cousins.
Yeah.
Rosie was Roman Reigns' brother. You know, Jamal, which became Umaga, is Rikishi's brother.
Yeah.
And the Tonga Kid.
Yeah, because that's the Usos' uncle. Yeah.
Yeah, so it's kind of crazy because because of the age disparity, you have a lot of uncles and nephews, and you know what? It's funny when I was doing some research for today and looking at like different relationships. There was a relationship called nibblings, which is the like aunt and uncle relationship, which kind of cool because nibblings kind of makes sense because you have a lot of aunts and uncles and their relationships to their nieces and nephews that are much closer than your typical aunt and uncle, nephew, niece relationship.
Yeah.
Because
like
I speak.
And the Usos.
Exactly. Like me and my aunt, we're more like brother and sister, like the way you guys are.
That's because I'm Puerto Rican, though.
No, but there's also
the ages are all crazy.
Well, the age is there's only a 10-year age difference between me and my aunt.
Yeah,
so
I have one of those too. She's
shout out to my aunt Nancy.
They always the little frecas too. They want to like party and hang out and chill with you and like vibe, and you're like, I got you, Titi.
Yo, you don't know how many times I've hung out with my aunt, and luckily I was with my aunt because I would not have made it home alive.
That's what we're here for, the strong woman protagonist. That's why we're here.
But you know what? At the same time, I think that is possibly the crutch because I was hanging out with her that I knew I could just drink and not have to worry about what was going to happen to me. Cause
that's dangerous.
Yeah, exactly. When you're with someone that you could totally rely on, you kind of forget about it.
Yeah, that's a disclaimer in your brain. That's what you need to start doing. Like when you do things like that, like, oh, I should disclaim myself. No, it's fine. Keep going. Yeah.
I have a house party from 115th Street that I just remembered right now. But anyway, moving along. So like, a good example of that would have been like a throwback to Rey Mysterio and Rey Mysterio Jr., the Rey Mysterio that we actually know today.
Yes.
He's Rey Mysterio Jr. technically, but he's not the son of the original Rey Mysterio. That was his uncle. I think we're gonna put a pin in this right now.
You wanna end it at nibblings?
Let's go, my nibbling.
Joe Hulk Hogan, take it easy.
Wow, brother.
Damn, son. Damn.
How do I find my home from parts unknown, Sonny?
Boom, boom. Next stop, Pal Carajo.
How did you know I live there?
Because
my mom sends me there all the time.
It's not hard to know that.
I vacation there on the regular.
Often.
Yeah. Trust me, I think I got a summer home there.
Well, since I have to go to Carajo, can you wrap this up so I can go home to Carajo? Thank you.
So that's a wrap for episode 30, the Dirty 30.
Hey.
Which, surprisingly, we weren't that dirty because only one disclaimer was thrown out today. No,
we weren't keeping track.
No. Only one was thrown out today.
Teddy carries a lot of that on his shoulders, so
it's funny. The 30-30 episode was actually our cleanest one.
Pretty clean, yeah.
So thanks for joining us for today. We'll be returning next week with a brand new episode as well as a video coming straight to you from Teddy, who was away on GM related business, and that's going to be on our YouTube page, so make sure you check for that. And on behalf of myself, my name is Sonny Sofrito.
I'm the princess of Yup, I Like Wrestling, Tara Marie.
And
the papi of Yup, I Like Wrestling, Sinatra Mendoza. Talk to me, but only if you're talking dirty.
Oh, fuck.
You've created two monsters.
Jesus Christ. You guys are ridiculous. Well, thank you for joining us. Please follow us at YEPILW and make sure you subscribe, like, and comment. And please, tell me what you think of these two idiots that I'm with today. And you have a great week. Talk to you soon. Bye-bye.
Bye.